Morning everyone, hope you're well. Welcome to this Monday morning. So yeah, we're five and we're live for five. So it's John. Today we're talking about, I've selected a subject this week, favourite speeches and impactful speeches. I want to become as good a speaker as I can be. So I listen to speeches quite often. And the one I go to all the time, my go-to speech, is always Winston Churchill's. We will find them on the beaches. And I wanted to share why. And I also wanted you guys, if you could, is just comment below. Why? What's your favourite speech? Everyone's got to have one that stays with you and you always, you listen to it and think, yeah, that's my favourite speech. But I've got a bit, I've started since wanting to improve my speaking and public speaking. I've really listened to a load of speeches and how people put it across, and Winston Churchill's fighting on the beaches. I think the context of when it was done, obviously, has given it the impact it's had, but the actual speech itself is a real, well, I love it. I love it. I've got to be honest. I'm so passionate about it. I love British history anyway. A little snippet and a little, did you know? I found this out yesterday when we were doing a bit of research that Winston Churchill smoked over 250,000 cigars. There's a takeaway today for you. Now, I thought that was amazing. The only reason he knew is because one of his servants, every time he did it, he snipped it off and kept the butts. And when they counted them, there was over 250,000, which again, unbelievable. But let's do the three takeaways for me from Winston Churchill's speech. One, the courage. The courage he showed and the courage he mustered. For him to decide to do that, it comes across in the speech so well. He's defending our country. He's defending us. He's defending the people. And I don't think anyone would have had any problem about, it's like a bit like, I've got one this week that is Al Pacino's, when he's in the changing rooms and he talks about the extra inch, going the extra mile. Now that for me is a massive one. That's a real good, impactful one for me. But this one, showed the courage. What would have happened if we'd have lost that war? What would have happened if he hadn't have done that speech? If he was sat there listening to that, you can, even now, years on, over 50 years on, it's still a massive speech. And it showed us so much courage. The other one was bravery. The guys are, it's a real harsh, not many people would give that speech in that way. Such a brave guy, taking so much on his shoulders as an individual, but came across so well in that speech, and such a brave guy. But the last bit for me, my Monday takeaway, is legacy. Now I think Winston Churchill's legacy, until that point, until they won that war, but also until this speech, really is what was put him down in history. And that's the reason why the one I'm going to share later on with you has had over 4.5 million views. Because the legacy that he left was all about in abundance, that speech, and how he put it across and how he did it. I just think is amazing. And if you get a chance today, your Monday, press play. It's a 12-minute long speech. It goes from when he starts to finish, and it's got everything in there. He talks about the British people. He talks about how we need to defend ourselves. He also talks about, he has empathy for the person. He also has understanding what it would mean if they do enter our country. It means we're going to have to defend it any which way. Now that for me is such a, an impactful speech. And like I said, it's my go-to every week because it gives me goosebumps. I listened to it a few times yesterday because I knew I was doing this today. And it gave me goosebumps. What's yours? Which one do you get goosebumps with? What one really impacts you? I'd love to hear about it. Put it below. Comment. Send me a message. Do anything so I can interact. That's what these are for, is to interact and share my experiences with you, but also understand what you want, So yeah, have a great day. Tomorrow I'm doing Matt McConaughy. Sorry, I can't really say it, but he's a great actor's speech when he accepts the Oscar. So listen to the Winston Churchill. Comment below. Have a great day and crack on.